kazi na Uhuru Kenyatta hakuwa mwizi. Sasa anataka kuwania urais 2022, ndo mwizi, wanauliza viongozi pale. Do you think even if vita dhidi ya ufisadi ama ni vita dhidi ya Deputy President William Ruto?
Kenyans, including you and me, know very well that Kenya haijaendeshwa vizuri since 2013. Hiyo ni reality. Economy has not been progressing well. And I am happy that the president recognized that fact. That even though he's been president since 2013 in a coalition with Ruto, things have not been working very well. And that is the reason why I think after the 2017 elections, the president decided to put Kenya on the right path. And the president said, in order for Kenya to be on the right path, I must work with everybody. I must work with the leader of opposition, Raila Amolo Odinga. So ile mistake inaonekana Raila amefanya ni kwamba kuenda kufanya kazi na Uhuru, na Uhuru is very honest. Uhuru knows the country because of politics. You know, the marriage between him and Ruto has been one which has been forced, because the truth of the matter is that this country has been stolen. Hiyo ni ukweli. I'm an economist.
All right.
I understand government, finances and everything. This country has been stolen, and Uhuru was aware. But because of survival, politics of survival, where you need this guy for you to be re-elected again, you had to persevere. But after he got his second term, he knew that he had to create a legacy. And these people said, in fact, before elections, we knew that Uhuru would be a different person. Some of his close people say that after this election, Uhuru would be a different person. So Uhuru has decided to bring Raila on board because I think he became tired of this being held at ransom by this group of cartel led by Ruto. The reality of the matter is that these people have been stealing the country, and this had to come to a stop. So our mistake as ODM is that we are working with the president to ensure that the theft and mismanagement of the economy has been brought to an end. And we are not going to apologize to anybody. We will not apologize. We have said that our union with Uhuru has nothing to do with the elections of 2022. It's about reorganizing Kenya. You know, right now, even if you supplied a county government, you supplied national government, you can't be paid. There's no money, you know, because there's a big hole that has been created. Phantom big projects that have been started. As we talk now, there are 24 dams that have been funded through our budgets, but only 2 are functioning. Only 2 are progressing. So we are talking about a country that is being stolen, and the president is right to bring a statesman on board, somebody who is interested in the welfare of Kenya, and the destiny of Kenya, and the future of Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga, to work with him for the good of Kenya.
Let me ask
so
you.
Rift Valley MPs are merely what the complaint they are making is that they are being rounded up, and this is the reality. I want to tell you with authority of my office as member of parliament that people are going to be taken to court. People will go to court. Some ministers will go to court very soon, and they will be handcuffed to court because they have stolen public resources.
Unaongea kuhusiana na wizi, Mheshimiwa Tandi, ni kana kwamba sikuelewi, kwa sababu ukisema this country has been stolen, kwamba hawa watu wamekuwa wakiiba, hawa watu ni wezi. Hatujawaona kotini, hatujawaona wakifunguliwa mashtaka, hatujawaona wakishikwa. Hakuna mwizi gani huyu ambaye anatembea?
Unajua, they could not be arrested those days because of political convenience, you know. Because of politics, you know, you couldn't. But now we have the environment which has been created by the union between Uhuru and Raila. Now we have the right political temperature for them to be arrested, and that's why I'm assuring you that those people will be arrested very soon.
So you're trying to say here that the union between Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta need to union ya kumpiga vita deputy president.
Union to bring Kenya on track. Union
lakini bring Kenya on track, lakini inaonekana tu ni Rift Valley, Ruto, watu wake nini.
By the way, it's not true.
Kenya is bigger than Rift Valley.
Actually, it is them who are trying to dramatize the war on corruption because they know they are victims, they are culprits. Otherwise, the war on corruption is targeting everybody, including myself. If there is anywhere where I've stolen, I'll be arrested. So this thing is not about them. You know the biggest thief. The biggest thief makes more noise because you know you have stolen so much. And for instance, I want to give you an example.
Yes.
How come ministries that were given to William Ruto when they were subdividing government, you know, the coalition was between URP and NTNA.
Yes.
Then Ruto was given his own ministries. How come his ministries are worst affected, are more affected with this corruption than others? So these people, these are criminals, these are thieves. That is the reality. And they are fearing arrest. They know they'll be arrested, so they are trying to whip political temperatures, tell the people that, we are being targeted, so that their people can rally behind them. And we are telling their people that when they were stealing for themselves and their families. They're not stealing for the community. And we are asking their community to allow them to face justice, so that Kenya can grow up. Kenya can be a country that we are proud of. So they are merely trying to politicize their own corruption. And we are saying, let us not politicize their own corruption. Can you believe that a deputy president, who is the boss of DCIO, is complaining about DCIO? It's like me complaining about my staff in the office, my clerical staff in the office. He has the power. If he thinks that DCIO is not doing a good job, why can't he talk to Uhuru and tell Uhuru, look, this guy is not doing a good job, can we remove him and put somebody else? He can't. He can only complain in rallies because he knows he's dishonest. So the reality of the matter is that the war on corruption must be fought. And as Kenyans must rally behind the president and Raila Amolo Odinga so that we succeed. Otherwise, there's a very big hole. Can you believe we have been borrowing? Our debt level now is 5.1 trillion. If you borrowed 5.1 trillion, the impact of that debt must be seen in the economy, the way the economy is expanding, the way jobs are created. You cannot borrow money and it has no impact on the economy and you're happy. It means that money was actually not used for the intended purpose. That money was stolen. And this is what we are trying to rectify. So that this country can be on the right path.
Let me ask you kuhusiana na masuala haya ya borrowing tu na masuala ya uchumi na kadhalika, kwa sababu in 2006 wakati Uhuru Kenyatta alikuwa yeye ndo chairperson wa ile public committee, I think accounts committee,
Yes.
in 2006
Yes.
alikuja kaongea kuhusiana na hii contractor financed projects.
Yes.
Alright, na akawa anapinga kabisa akiongelea kisa cha Anglo Leasing. Akasema kisa cha Anglo Leasing ndio hivi visa vya contractor financed project ambayo serikali itakulwa even before the project starts. Already, the government spends a lot of money. Na ni kitu ambacho kinafanya bei ya vitu vinapandishwa zaidi. Yule contractor anapandisha bei ya vitu vyake sana kiasi cha kwamba we spend a lot more money than we are supposed to spend as a country. Right now, yeye ndo rais, and the same thing is happening hata katika hiyo historia ya mabwawa. Ukweli uko wapi?
I sympathize with the president. I empathize with him because he was involved in an unholy alliance with criminals, people whose intention is to go into government and steal, not to improve the status of the economy. So we are finding ourselves in a situation where projects are being started. Every ministry develops their own programs. They say, Ministry of Water, we want to do this dam so that we can improve, and then they bring their own development plan. They bring to cabinet. In the cabinet, their work is to look for money. The president will say, okay, you have this project. Can the CS Treasury find a way of funding the project? They bring a funding mechanism. So the president cannot really do things on his own, especially when you're a head of state who is in alliance with some political parties that also are wielding political support. This is the situation where we have found ourselves. So we are talking about people coming up with projects which they clearly know they will not do them. They will merely use those projects to siphon money from public coffers. So this is what we are actually stopping. So what we are seeing now is that if you go to the water sector, for instance, you've heard about these dams.
Yes.
A situation where today I'm going to call for the resignation of the CS for Treasury. Today I'm going to do a press conference.
All right.
Because the CS must, as he goes to DCIO, he must resign. Because you cannot form a company, which is actually a company with your name, and you use this then you introduce foreign directors, allegedly that they own a land, and then this land, you buy this land at 1 billion and sell it. You are the one factoring this money in the budget. You put in the budget around 6.3 billion and you buy the land. That is criminal. The CS Treasury actually should have resigned long time ago. Today I'm going to call for him to resign. Because you cannot steal, you cannot be in charge of public coffer, and you blatantly steal public resources and you still stay in the office. So we are talking about genuine conversation. In fact, on this issue of dam is bigger than Anglo Leasing.
All right.
In fact, the country, what we need to do as parliament is we need to form a commission of inquiry. to investigate this dam, because so much resources are going to get lost, and we cannot rely on DCIO to be doing the work for us. Parliament must wake up, and we must form a commission of inquiry to investigate these dams.
All right.
Yeah, because people are stealing blatantly.
All right.
And when you find them, when they are told the police account, we are being fought. Who told them that Ruto will be president of Kenya? Who told him he will be alive?
All right.
Yeah, you cannot talk about something that is not there.
All right.
Yeah. So what we are saying as a country is that, first of all, we must manage public debt. I have already written and I'm happy that my bill on public debt is going to be published. We cannot give room to CS Treasury to be able to acquire debts the way he wants.
All right.
We are going to make it very stringent for anybody to borrow money on behalf of Kenyans.
All right.
It's going to be very tough. You must pass through, you must tell us what you want to do with the money. It must come to Parliament. We must look at it. We must look at the project. Who are these people who are going to do this project before this loan can be signed? Right now we have a situation where the minister goes and signs loans and procures contractors, and they go on with the project. Kenyans are not even aware of what is going on. We are the people's representative, and we must have a say in how public debt is being acquired.
Zimesalia dakika ni robo saa, msikilizaji. Tibia saa 3 asubuhi saa za Afrika ya Mashariki. Mbunge wa Lego Songa ambaye ni Tandi Meli, Tandi Samuel, katika studio zetu za Milele FM tukijadili masuala ya kitaifa, anasema kwamba leo hii anakwenda kutoa wito wa kujiuzulu kazini kwa waziri wa fedha Henry Rotich leo hii. Kwa hiyo tutakuwa tunategea kufuatilizia kuangalia itakuwa ni namna gani. Anasema pia kuna bili yake ambayo ni ya public debts ambayo anakwenda anasema anafurahia kwamba tayari imefikia katika awamu nzuri. It's already been published na inakwenda kusaidia Kenya katika masuala ya kukopa kwa ajili ya taifa la Kenya. Mambo mazuri haya.
Hiyo nao nakubaliana.
Hata mimi nakubaliana naye kabisa.
Ile sio waziri tu anamka tu.
Ndio, na kukopa tu.
Kukopa
na kupeana tu miradi kwa watu, na watu wanakuja tu na wanaendelea na kazi tu.
Ikiingia katika bunge tunasema tunataka kukopa bilioni 3
kabisa. Kwa nini? Na maswali yanaulizwa na kila kitu.
Kabla haijakubaliwa na kukopwa, lazima ipitie watu jamaa.
I agree with that one.
Ni kama benki tu leo hii.
Yes.
Sasa zingine unaulizwa pia what's the purpose of the loan?
Kabisa. Unaulizwa. Yes. Na unajibu kabla hujapewa, my friend.
Sijawahi jua kuwa unaweza waziri wa fedha anaweza omba loan tu bila kusema ni ya nini jamani.
13:60 mwendo wa saa 3 asubuhi, msikilizaji.